Hi everyone, this is Jen Rogers with Art and Whimsy with Jen. Today we're going to be doing a gratitude sign on a piece of pine. We're going to be using unicorn spit gel. It's a stain gel that for the base, and we're going to use two colors, turquoise and blue. We're going to put that on the board as the background. Then we will be stenciling on the board with a couple different stencils in acrylic paint. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to spray our board down with some water to help the gel move a little bit more smoothly and to help the board to accept the gel. Okay, now we're going to take the unicorn spit and we're just going to squeeze it on, squiggles along. You can do all different designs. I just want to get enough on there so that we can cover the board. I'm doing the blue first and I'm going to do some teal now, just a little bit less on the teal. And I just want a little bit of the teal accent to be able to blend in so it's not completely blue. So I'm putting teal in a couple spots, and then we will just use our hands to blend that. So a little bit more blue here, just so we make sure we have enough. I think I probably have more than enough. So now we're just gonna blend and just work that in. Okay, now that my board's dry, it's time to stencil. We're gonna do background stencils first. These are some stencils that I got off Amazon. There's a whole bunch to choose from. And we're just gonna pick a couple of them because we don't want it to be too busy. We're going to do a lighter color, and it's going to be metallic from Decoart. I'm gonna start with the champagne gold, and then I have a patina, which is like a green, and the last one will be like a copper. And we're just gonna put those on, and then over it, after those are dry, we're going to stencil Grateful. And that I will do in a black. When you're stenciling, you're just gonna be really, really careful and take your time. You're gonna use your little pouncer. You can get really cheap ones at Michael's, Amazon, or you can actually just use a makeup sponge as well. And you just want to take a little bit of paint on, kind of dab it off, and then stencil. Be very careful when you're doing words around the edges of it that you go against where the flap would flap up, like the little corners. And you can use some painter's tape if you want. A lot of times I'll just hold them, but with the bigger one, I definitely would use painter's tape so it doesn't shift and move. So we are going to start with our gold. Okay, now that the gold is done, I'm going to switch stencils, and I'm going to do some patina in the center and some copper on the edges. And I tried out my colors a little bit here so that I could see what I liked. So here we go. We're going to do a little bit more stenciling. Next thing I'm doing is I'm going to take the edges and paint them with the same patina that I used in the middle, the greenish metallic. So I'm going to paint all those edges. I'm using a 3/4 inch brush so that I can just get around really quickly. And we're going to take care of that, and then I will show you the next step. Now our next step is going to be to just come along the edges with like a dry brush with that patina on there. And I'm just kind of scraping the edges just to give a little bit of overlap. And I'm going to do that to both of the short sides. And then I'm going to be coming along the long vertical side. And I'm not going to go up and down. I'm just going to go horizontal so that it just is a little bit, and it's very, very dry brush, but just a little bit of patina just along the edges. and really, really lightly. Then I'm going to do a couple little brush marks in the middle just to give a little bit more texture to it. It's hard to see. When you look up close, you can see it a little bit better, but it just gives it a little bit something extra. Okay, now it's time to do the grateful. So we're going to just place that. I'm just deciding where I really want it. Do I want it higher, lower? I think I'm going to do middle, but maybe a little bit more low middle. And you could definitely use something to measure that out. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm going to secure this though with some tape because I want to make sure that this doesn't move around on me while I'm doing it. As you can see in some of the places like the U and the F, you'll see that there's some spots that could come up. So you have to be very careful when you are stenciling that you're just doing it very gently, a little bit of paint so that you're not getting bleeding over. So just kind of remove some of your paint from your pouncer before you put it on there. It's better to do less and then to come back than to do too much and have it bleed under. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to start stenciling. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to reveal it. I'm going to pull it up really gently to see, and it looks like it did not bleed through. It looks beautiful. I'm very happy with that. Now once it dries, I can seal it. You can kind of see some of the coloring on the edges. I'm very happy with that. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted it to be. You could always vary different colors. You definitely want whatever your pattern is underneath to be lighter than the words that you are stenciling. After it is sealed, I will end up putting a little bracket on the back, and you can get those in the picture hanging kits. Just nail that on there, the ones with the little teeth. Just nail it right on the back, and then I can hang it. Thanks so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Art and Whimsy with Jen. I'll be bringing a lot more videos with some fun and whimsical paintings coming up in January and February, and I can't wait to see you again. Thanks so much. Have a great day.